Let's go.
No, go. Poof. It's not my touch. It's Vicks Vapor Rub. Its camphor relieves cough, menthol eases nasal congestion, eucalyptus oil soothes headache. Vicks Vapor Rub vaporizing ointment.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Just before we start watching, you shouldn't be wondering what's happening. I just decided to look into Gayton McKenzie's life. He's such an inspiring person. So I'd like to know. I don't know much about him, I don't want to comment on anything that he does and how he does it. Probably most of people are against what he does. Some of them they are for and they love what he does. So I just don't know him that much, but I would like to look into him. But yeah, when I look, didn't I haven't digged deeper, but we'll do that together. I found like a video, like a 10-year-old video of him. So yeah, let's check him out. Without further ado, Gayton McKenzie. Your Marcy Kent. Let's go where you were. Let me show you right there. Let's go. It's not live sometimes.
Back, great to be with you this Heritage Day. There's been mixed reactions to the release of Hard Living's boss Rashid Staghi from Pollsmoor Prison on what is known as day parole. What kind of programs are in place for ex-offenders to prepare themselves to integrate with the communities they once terrorized? And how do the communities feel about this, more importantly? It's a huge pleasure to welcome to the show ex-convict, author and businessman Gayton McKenzie. You can see on our screens from Cape Town. Gayton, good morning to you. Thank you very much for coming in to talk to us.
So as we are hearing his credentials, as he is being introduced, they are saying ex-convict, a businessman. They're not saying anything about politics. So maybe he wasn't interested in politics then.
My first question to you, lots of people want to know is, in your opinion, what is a reformed convict? What did you learn?
All right. Good morning. Good morning to your listeners, and thanks for having me. I think it is what the word says. It's a guy that made a mistake, went to jail, that came out, that realized that that's not a life for him, and that he's got more to offer the world. And I think that's what you call an ex-reformed or a reformed gangster or a reformed criminal. It's just somebody that got sick of crime or sick of what he has done wrong.
What's your personal story, Gayton, for people that might not be entirely familiar with how it is that you became, to be a convict and later an ex-convict, reformed, as the word is now being used? How did that happen to you?
Well, basically, for me, it's that I think when I was 18 years old or so, I committed a crime. I committed various crimes. I was sentenced to 17 years in jail. I spent 10 years of the 17 years in jail. I came out, got myself a little job. I started going to schools to speak to young people. I've seen more than 2 million young children across the country. And then I got involved in business. And what I'm doing, I started a company called X Concepts, which is a company that helps ex-offenders. And yeah, that's my social responsibility company. And I'm also heavily involved in mining.
X Concepts. That's actually very, very clever. I quite enjoy that title. Gayton, tell me about this book that you've released, Hustler's Bible. As part of you telling me about this book, I'm not sure if it touches on how a community accepts an ex-convict. You'll know we're talking about Rashid Staghi down in Cape Town as well. That is a long history of violence down in Cape Town. How did communities, your family, your friends, and people that lived around you, how did they accept you? when you came out of prison?
Do you know, I think the first thing you need first to learn to accept yourself. And when I came out of jail, there was a lot of people that didn't want to be associated with me. There was a lot of people that, family members that denounced me, like, he's not our family. You know, you get that. But my close family, close people that really loves you will stick with you no matter what. And till today, you know, I've done so many things in this country that's good. And even the media and everybody else would never, they can't accept a guy to come from jail. You know, it's impossible for them to say Gayton McKenzie without saying ex-prisoner Gayton McKenzie, ex-bank robber Gayton McKenzie. So what I'm saying is that your change should not be dependent on if people accept you or not. And that is what my message to all the ex-prisoners. I said, listen, if you want to be accepted, you will never be accepted, let me tell you. But yours should be to maintain your change and not to go back to your previous life because people don't want to accept you, because people are fickle. Today they love you, tomorrow they hate you.
Gayton, I'm curious to get your thoughts on this. Now that Rashid Stachy has been released on day parole, I want to emphasize that it is day parole down in Cape Town. How do you think the situation is going to unfold there? There is still an incredible amount of anger. Some would even say hate in that part of the country because of the violence in the past. How do you see this playing out?
You know, first, I've been very involved with Rashid and with his lovely family. I've been supporting his family, and I'm a father to, I'm trying to act a father to Rashid's kids. What I can tell you is that
Fathers to kids, man.
just as some people hate Rashid, there's people that love and adore Rashid.
We all make mistakes, I guess. Is that what it is? The world of mistakes. The world of we all make mistakes. That's it. But yeah, we do, man. We do, bro. Like literally, so yeah. And we all deserve second chances, like a million chances, because I believe so. I believe.
And you know, there's people that will follow Rashid to heaven or they'll follow him to hell. But there's people that's angry, and obviously I can understand that. And for us, the issue of the Western Cape, the issue of Rashid is the story of the Western Cape. Rashid's story cannot just be told in isolation. It's very easy to blame Rashid, the person alone. But you see, Rashid is part of a system that was created for young colored boys to join gangs, to feel safe in gangs. You know, for me, it's a cop-out to just blame Rashid. You should blame the system. You know, there's the absence of hope in the Western Cape. You go to the Cape Flats, people get shot, people are scared. You can't live your life like that. You know, in South Africa, more people get shot at in the Western Cape than at rhinos. But you swear rhinos are the only things that get shot in this country. And they're not even human beings.
Gayton?
Go to the Western Cape or the Cape Flats.
Gayton, I want to squeeze this question in. It's a last question to you, if I may. Has Rashid Stachy changed, reformed?
Do you know what? We don't know if Rashid Stachy has changed. Other than he knows if he has changed. What we can tell you is what he told us, that he's a new man. And you know what? Let me tell you something about Rashid Stachy, is that he can go either way. He's decided to go the right way. And you know, we don't know if he changed, but him coming out will prove that question to us. But that doesn't mean we should sit back and say, oh, we should help him along the way. I was helped, and that's what I'm trying to do to him. If Rashid Staghi has changed, people think I'm helping Rashid. I'm not only helping Rashid, I'm helping all the young kids that would have followed Rashid. I'm helping the community at large that would maybe have been part of a gang fight. And what I can tell you, I see no reason why Rashid would lie. You understand what I'm saying? The world is his oyster at the moment. When he comes out of jail, he can go back into that life, or he can decide, you know what, he's decided he's going to go the right way, and I'm going to support him. I'm not Jesus that can say you didn't change, I'm not going to support you. I hope for the best, and I pray for the best, and I hope that he's going to keep his word.
Guys, for those who doesn't know or who do not know who Rashid is, that guy was, because he's late, was a South African gangster. You know what I mean? South African gangster and a leader of Hard Living Gang. Hard Livings, that's the name of the gang, Hard Livings. He was shot and killed in South River on December 2019. Obviously, the video that we're watching right now, it dates back 10 years ago when this interview took place. So Rashid was still on, was still in the play. And imagine he got shot. So obviously, he didn't change after this guy, Mackenzie, talked to him. There he was, he got shot, or probably got shot after he changed and became a new person. We don't know. But your old life can always come and haunt you down. So yeah. So the guy was born in 1956. Obviously, he died very old as well. So yeah. Let's jump back to Mackenzie and listen to what he's saying.
Gayton, thank you very much indeed for coming in today. It's been a huge pleasure in talking to you and sharing your story with us. Reformed ex-convict, author of a book called Hustler's Bible, and as he tells us, a businessman. That's Gayton Mackenzie joining us from Cape Town.
News that moves. ENCA.com.
All right, let's check more about Mackenzie. That was fascinating. He was so passionate about changing and becoming a new person, someone who has an impact in life. And I guess that's how he got into politics, to show that he's really, really changed. He's somebody else now. He's no longer the same, you know. So yeah, I think we have another one. 11 years ago, he was already a businessman as an ex-convict, already going on.
3 minutes to go. Here is an interview. I know that's going to get you talking.
Being interviewed in the news already.
10 years ago, Gayton Mackenzie was released from a maximum security prison in Bloemfontein after a long jail term. Now, like most ex-inmates, he had no money and very big dreams. He went on to become one of Africa's most highly paid motivational speakers, a successful businessman and a mining consultant earning millions of dollars. He did this despite only having a matric and a violent criminal record. Well, Gayton has just published his book. It's entitled A Hustler's Bible, and he's in studio to tell us more about this book. Gayton, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne.
So this is your second book now?
Yeah, this is my second book.
Yeah.
Choice was my first book.
Yeah, I remember that.
I basically spoke about my experiences in jail. And the jail is not really a good place for anyone to go to.
Yeah, no, well, that goes without saying, I imagine. But, I mean, it didn't stop you from coming out and trying to make a success of yourself, which, I mean, from what we've gathered from your life, you've managed to do.
No, definitely. But you see, Leanne, we have a problem in this country where everybody says speak truth to power. Everybody wants to tell the government what to do. But who tells us sometimes what to do? You look at our communities. You ask yourself, How did the Africans, the guys from Zimbabwe, the guys from the DRC, how do they make it here? Because they are an integral part of this economy. So much so that if all of them have to decide to leave on a particular hour and go back to the country, this country.
Yeah, this guy.
Would not function. But the problem with us is that as black people,
11 years ago, he was still like
I'm talking about here, we
was like
are lazy.
anti-foreign.
And people are scared to say that. I'm not scared to say black people are lazy.
Yeah.
You know what? We do not want to do
Black people are lazy.
the things. We want to do the things that we studied for. We want to do the things that we have experience in. But sometimes you have to park the big car and start with a small skateboard in order for that to take you to the car. Look at the Pakistanis. They come here all the way from Pakistan. And they open shops in our backyard. You know,
They open shops and
it's so confusing for me. How do this guy?
I was most people
Come here and open shops. And one of my friends, I asked him, why should you make this guy open a shop in your backyard? He says to me, gee, I don't have funding. I said, you've got an iPhone. That phone is $6,000.
Yeah.
How much stock do you think is in that shop? But you see, we've been spoiled by tenders.
That's true. Whatever he's saying right now is.
And somebody needs to tell the young people of today, it is not, if you wait for funding, you might wait forever.
That's why I even
Get yourself out of the starting blocks, no matter how humble, no matter how small.
I hate grants so
But
much.
start somewhere. And that's what this book is about.
Well, let's
I don't even fill forms asking for funding and sponsorship because
talk about you. I mean, you spent 10 years in prison.
he spent 10 years in prison. So
I mean, what were you in prison for?
For robbery.
For robbery. Okay.
robbery. Yo, this guy. What was he robbing? What were
You were there
robbing?
for 10 years. You left with 12 rand in your pocket.
When was this? Before going to jail or after? When he left with 12 bucks in his pocket? Because I had like he's having a lot of money. Because they were just mentioning a lot of money, right?
And you attribute a lot of your success to people that helped you when you left prison. But I mean, where did you go first?
You know what? This is I might have had 12 rands in my pocket, but I had 1 billion rands in my mind.
Million rands in his mind.
And that is what people do not understand. It is not what you have at the moment. They concentrate on what they lack instead of concentrating on how to get to what you lack. When I walked out, I had 12 rands in my pocket. I couldn't find a job. I looked everywhere for a job.
On how to get what you lack. When you don't have a job,
And unlike most guys I know, I realized very soon that
because you are going to get it eventually if you are looking for it. But if you're not, you're not going to get anything. So you got to do what's on your mind. Don't even sit down and think.
I'm not going to get a job because I got a criminal record and there's graduates with
But if you sit down and think about what you don't have and what is going to make you not have what you want, what's going to be in
jobs. I then went to St. Andrews High School. I said, sir,
you should just forget about life because you're nothing. You're worth nothing. You're not going to succeed if you're not going to do things and sit down trying to build obstacles and walls in front of you, building mountains and mountains.
I'm a motivational speaker. Can I come and speak at your school? And he said, yeah.
See now, motivational speaker. You just ask people to do things, and then in that way, you'll be a prominent figure.
Come next week. Cool. I went to a lady in my area. Said,
Oh, what? No ways, bruh.
ma'am, please.
No ways. I remember there's this one time, I don't know if I was watching what was I watching? Popcorn and Cheese or something. But Paul said that Gayton McKenzie, if it's not a robot, went to their school as a motivational speaker. What? I don't know if there is correlation. There's something, these two stories are correlated or not, but Paul or Robert said this once on Popcorn and Cheese in the MacG and Chill, somewhere there channel. Wow, this is amazing. I never thought of that.
I see you run an English school. Can you teach me how to speak properly and how can I become a motivational speaker? It was a very humbling experience for me because I was a gangster. I had all this chip on my shoulder. And now I had to humble myself, sit in front of this white old lady telling me,
oh, so he went,
no, this is not how you speak. This is how you speak. This is what you do. But because I wanted to become a success so badly that I was willing to do anything.
Yeah.
So he did learn how to speak, though. That's why he's very good at it.
Now you talk about Kenny. I mean, we could speak for a long.
Yeah, that's true. You can speak for long
time, but we've got very little time to speak, unfortunately. But you talk about Kenny.
Yeah, me too. I think this is enough. And maybe just can check some.
And you say everybody talks about the Sushi King and he's worth all
politics and stuff like that.
All this money and this, that, and the next. But the bottom line is that how did Kenny make his money? You guys met in jail. Yes. I mean, you were inmate buddies.
When it started to be.
And then you've come out here and made a fortune in mining and clubs and you name it, you've done it.
Yes. Well, myself and Kenny, we met in jail and we fought a brotherhood in jail that's just unbreakable. And we made a vow to each other to say the one that gets released first will come and look for the other one.
And you were released first?
And I was released first.
Okay.
And when I got my first job, I went to go and look for Kenny. And I found him at a school teaching young kids, earning $3,000 a month. And I said to him, man, let's go. And he became my manager. He would manage my talks because, you know, we had a rapport. We understood each other. And everybody today look at Kenny's Sushi and Kenny's parties. But
man, this guy met Kenny in jail and they made promises when he came out. He's even talking about the sushi parties, bro. You know the saga around the sushi parties and stuff like that. That's crazy. You're just really crazy, bro. Is he talking about that? There's someone, I think, I'm seeing someone who's not fond of this guy. So there's someone who doesn't like Kenny McKenzie from DA. Let's check this guy out. What is he saying about Kenny? Let's check this.
Oh, the hypocrisy of Gayton McKenzie is on full display again. Gayton McKenzie, on his own accord and without any pressure, made two statements over the last 10 days. The first one was that he's willing to leave all coalitions with the ANC to show that he is willing to join the coalition against the ANC and the EFF. The second one.
But my guy, who are you to say this? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. What? This guy, and they
was that people should get over this apartheid blaming situation.
But you guys, what? I don't feel like listening to all of what he's got to say. We're here for Gator McKenzie.
Now we need to stop racializing everything. But in his one tweet response to me saying, put action behind your words and vote against the ANC coalition in Nelson Mandela Bay, this was his response. I should vote against the colored on the instruction of a white fool like you who has been insulting me. Loopkak.
Yeah, this guy likes.
So there it is.
Lying.
He just literally flip-flopped on both things that he himself stated. The first thing that we should stop focusing on race, and the fact that he said that they'll leave all coalitions with.
Shut up, bro. Just keep quiet, man. Man, the latest thing that Mackenzie said is this. In Chabalala's funeral, let's hear that.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in just minutes. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight to eliminate all mosquitoes around you is taking...
That's Mackenzie for you. Yeah, that guy. Who's that guy? Forgot his name. That one who just spoke. That DA guy. That guy. Not right. Hey, that guy is leading the police, is heading the police, is the chairman of the police committee. Police executive, National Police Executive Committee. He's the chairperson there. This guy.
Kumalo.
Come on.
All protocol observed. The premier, everybody present. Just before I...
This guy is so like aura, brings a smile on the faces.
Family.
Might be the next president. I'm telling you, you'll see this. Might. It's possible, my guy.
Of Raskrima Chabalala.
It's possible. And it's the typical, you know where's the eye? The eyes are up, like the world's face is like looking
His
up
wife
to these guys,
and his
like
kids.
the mixed race guys, the guys who are mixed race, they're the ones who are going to be like prominent. I don't know if they're gonna be pawns or not, but the world is kind of like embracing those.
Just before I give the message that the president asked me to.
Could be because they are a result of mixed cultures, and they are an example of a united world.
To give to the family. I was sitting.
So yeah, man, it wouldn't be a bad thing to have the people of the world. Like, these races are new, my guy, like across the world.
There, I heard all the speakers talking about doctor.
That's a new ethnicity because that's only when white people populated the world. And that's all.
Doctor. And I saw my name there in the middle.
It might date is way back is like.
And there's no doctor. These people have no heart. So it made me think of a story. When I was in jail, I made
this guy.
a vow to my friend in jail. We made a vow to each other. Me and Kenny Kunene.
That's a vow.
We said whoever
Gets out first.
becomes successful first
This is
must help the other one.
that was nice.
Now I became very successful.
He's gonna say does in this video. What he said in
When Kenny was still in jail. So
mind you, the past videos like was taken.
when he came out, when I came out of jail, I went to go fetch him.
Seriously, so man, trust me now. If you like,
I was driving a brand new Mercedes. Kenny jumps in, we are coming to Joburg. And there was a roadblock.
Trust me, no.
And Kenny says to me, hey, G, man, I hope this car's not stolen, baby. I said, no. So we go past the roadblock, get to the house. Kenny asked me, what am I going to do in your businesses? I said, you are going to manage me. Harry, that's the best. I know everything about managing. Get out, Chief. So Kenny became my manager. I was a motivational speaker. He manages me for 3 weeks. I get the invite to Cyprus.
Yeah.
How did you get this invite? Don't worry, man. Just pay me my commission. We get to Cyprus, and there's different sports people there. And then before they call me up, they must read my credentials.
Hey, this guy, you know.
And here they talk about MBA, PhD. I said, Kenny, what did you do? Hey, he says, Chief, we've eaten the money already. Just go and speak like a MBA and you have a PhD. Or not some put it in nonsense or say if that shall take care now. So I went on stage, the people are clapping. I'm thinking I must fix this thing. This is a scandal. This bandit didn't know, he doesn't know things. I say, well, I do have a PhD. I do have an MBA. My MBA stands for merit but available. My PhD stands for passed high school with difficulty. So sitting there today, I was reminded of that. I didn't know Brasten personally, but I knew his work. There's so many of us, you are known, but nobody knows your work. You are a celebrity, but you have nothing to show what you are doing for people. Today I'm standing here for a man that I've never met, but I was touched by his work. I can testify today that his life was a life well lived. You see, many of us like to say you want to change the world. Leave the world, change your corner. Leave the world. You want to change the world, you don't even have a passport, but you want to change the world. You must change your corner. If each and every one of us can change the corner, Rasheks, the world will be a better place. I want to say to everybody present here today, I want to apologize. I saw legends here. I saw Banks here. I saw so many players, Machans, people that has brought joy to us. Mandela and his comrades were doing what they were supposed to do in their corner. But you see, nobody can survive without happiness. And the soccer fraternity brought us happiness during the darkest days of apartheid. And for that, I want to salute each and every person that has been involved in soccer. You have been the one constant during our darkest days. But it cannot be, and we must be honest about these things. Our soccer is not 100%. Because soccer is not in the boardroom. Soccer is in the field. I met with Safa, and we spoke frankly, openly, robustly. And we set deliverables. We said we must qualify for the African Nations Cup. We must qualify for the World Cup. Those are not even great achievements. It is entry-level achievements for a nation like ours that is a sports-loving nation. And I want to say to the legends, if it you see me, I'm going to recognize legends. They are going to play an integral part in the football of this country. Because there's a player called Joos van der Westhuizen. He played rugby. Joos van der Westhuizen was diagnosed with an incurable disease or sickness. I can tell you, as a person that contributed money and contributes money towards the Rugby Legends of South Africa, I'm one of the donors. Joos van der Westhuizen got millions. They knew he's going to die, but they wanted to make his last life on earth bearable and make it longer. So I want to say to all of us here today, we need, we must, and we will treat our soccer legends better going forward.
Stop wasting money on iCloud. This innovative stick makes it easy to back up your
amazing
smartphone.
speech, man,
It's
right
compatible
there.
with all devices like
And in conclusion, you know, so many of you, you are, I wouldn't even say untouchable is the wrong word. You are there in the air, you are far from the people. Positions make you another person that you are not. You now think because you are this position, you are better than people. We need to change that. We need to understand that sports is nothing without the people on the ground. You know, 2007, we were struggling, but 2007 we start making money, and we said, what does the people do that has money now? And they said, no, they watch international sport. So me and Kenny, we said, let's go and watch the Rugby World Cup in Paris.
In 2007.
So one day I'm walking in Paris. I want to show you a life lesson. I walk in Paris, the streets alone, talking to myself. I've arrived. Look where I'm walking. And I look up. I saw Dr. Khoza, Dr. Ivan Khoza, also walking alone. I'm sure Lena was saying, hey, I have arrived, walking the streets. So I went to him, I said, hello, doctor. He says, hello, how are you? He said, my name is Gayton McKenzie. He says, yes. I said, I just want to greet and ask for a picture. He says, yeah. So we take the picture. And I remember I was embarrassed to take out my phone. Because my phone, I've not shopped yet. I was wanting to buy a phone in Paris. But when I saw Dr. Khoza's phone also has a scratch there by the screen, I felt very confident to also take out my phone. And when I took the picture, Dr. Khoza spent 25 minutes with me, talking about life, talking about the youth, the future, how great this country, South Africa, is. Then I was appointed as the sports minister. We are now fast forwarding to 2024, from 2007 to 2024. After I've been sworn in, I said, hey man, I must know where's my office. So I tell the protectors, take me to the office. They take me to the office. I said, the lady comes and she said, Mr. McKenzie, would you want me to bring you all your letters that you received? I said, yeah, bring them. Till today.
Yes,
Bloed is dikker as water, maar bona akibori into. So, but the first letter I got was from Dr. Khoza. And for that, I want to say to you, Dr. Khoza, life is like that. When you gave this man, this young boy in Paris, a chance to drink from your well of wisdom, never did both of us know that one day you'll congratulate me as a minister. And for those 25 minutes, I want to thank you. Then in conclusion, the president has asked me, said you do your condolences, but you must specifically mention mine. The First Lady, our gracious First Lady, has been family. And I came to the family today to say, Many will come and say, we will not forget you as a family, but most of them will. People at the funeral, they don't know what to say. Then they say to the family, they will always be there because they don't even know what to say. I want to say to you that the football fraternity will always be there for you. That is something because they've been there for Brastem and Brastem has been there for them. And many people get appointed as ministers. Then they get excited and they forget why they've been appointed. Some of us, we know these things of protectors and nice cars, and we are not faced by this thing. The material conditions of our people. In my department, where legends are being left behind and officials are going to sporting events, I've stopped that nonsense. Some of you legends, you will get invites to go with your national teams, to go labor. And I leave you with this sentence that describes Brastem. And the reason why I was asked to speak before my allocated time was at 12 o'clock I have to Parliament today. And I was laughing with Bobby Mtahu, my friend, was saying, hey, but McKinsey is suited to snacks. Say, Binyang, Bobby must not go to Parliament. The mirror, mar mutuo wa bapala or the jokes today. I want to leave you with what describes Brastem etiquette. Great men
Dr. Komala
plant trees. Great men plant trees with the full knowledge that they will never be able to sit in the shade of those trees. And nothing described Brastem. Because today, most of us, if not all of us, are sitting in the very same shade of the tree that he planted. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it, man. And that's it for me too, man. No more vetoes. No more vetoes. No. That's it. Thank you for watching and thank you for being here. At this today, we almost reached an hour and no one was watching. Guess what? If you come across it, thanks for watching up until this time. Thanks for watching up until this time. All you gotta do is one, if you don't like it, but say something on it. Say something even if you don't like it. You know what I mean? Say something even if you don't like it. But also you need to also subscribe up in here. You need to subscribe up in here. Even if you don't like it, subscribe. Probably the follow, subscribe. Even the follow, maybe the following one will be for you, you know what I mean? But thanks for watching. Yeah, we're down with my Gayton Mackenzie's live. We out. Boop, 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 boop. We gone.